Hi, my name is Chris Baker with Baker DMM. This is our video digest newsletter. Topic of today's newsletter is going to be Glory be to God. And before I jump into our discussion, I'll read you a quote. Quote states, "The purpose of life is not to be happy. It is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you have lived and lived well." And that was by Ralph Waldo Emerson. And I thought it was a nice segue into our discussion. And today I wanted to tell you a quick story about a client that we worked with last summer. And she was just really down and out. She was suffering from numerous mental issues, physical issues, and we were there to help her manage her day-to-day finances. And through that, we got to know her really well and really went above and beyond our service call to her and to help her, because really, when we were working with her, she felt like really there was no one out there. She was all alone. Her partner had moved to California with his daughters. He had been diagnosed with early stage dementia, and they were taking care of him. She didn't really have any family or friends in the area to help her, and she was just really down and out. And she felt that the nursing home that she had been staying in was not really fully giving her the attention she deserved. She didn't feel they were really doing the best job with her, taking care of her. And as she was getting discharged out of the nursing home, she felt like they didn't do everything that they were supposed to do within their powers to help make sure she made a nice transition from the nursing home back out into the community. And when we heard this, we went ahead and made a report to the state health regulators and the community health department, and really just made note of it. So these people, those regulators in that department, were aware of the issues this particular person faced in the nursing home, because otherwise this woman was not in a position, she really didn't have the capabilities to make this report on her own. And we went ahead and did that for her. And I remember calling her and telling her this, and she just kind of blurted out, "Praise be to God," or "Glory be to God," something along those lines, because she was so grateful that there was someone out there trying to help her. And in our company, we were doing that for her, and it just really made a difference to her. And it really showed that there was other people out there that cared enough about her to kind of go above and beyond and help her get some of these things done that otherwise may not have just ever been completed and kind of just fallen through the cracks. And as we continue to work with her, when she actually left that nursing home, she got a taxi service ride back from the nursing home back up to where she lived north of the city. And lo and behold, she obtained a new friend. And that's a big warning sign of financial fraud and elder exploitation, is when all of a sudden an elder or senior, people with disabilities get a new friend, so to speak. And this guy in the beginning was real kind and said, "Hey, look, I want to help you. I feel bad for you. And you're just in a really tough position, and I want to be there for you." Well, sure enough, as they continued to work together throughout that month, we came to find out that this guy had actually been stealing money from her. She'd given her information, personally identifiable information about her financial accounts, possibly a debit card, credit card. And she allowed this gentleman to help make transactions for specific items. But once he had that information from her, he actually started making more transactions and using that information not only for items for her, but items for him. And as we started to notice we saw the unusual activity, and we finally got around to questioning her about this and saying, "Hey, did you make these transactions?" We came to find out through our discussions with her that she had not authorized those transactions, and it totaled to about $2,000. And luckily we were able to intervene, and unfortunately we weren't able to get all that money back for her. We did make a report to the Adult Protective Services, and they took it from there and investigated it. But the great thing is that we were able to stop it before it spiraled out of control. And that's a big part of what we do for our clients in our service. Because if we wouldn't have been there monitoring and catching these things as little by little as they started to grow, that could still be going on today. And this particular woman did not have a ton of assets. She really couldn't afford to lose this money. Even an amount of such as $2,000. That could be a pretty big hit to her and her financial position. So we were just happy that we could be there to help stop that, prevent it, I should say, really more from going and growing out of control into where they could potentially take all of our assets. And so, working with her, making sure that she got that particular person out of her life, working with Adult Protective Services, making sure that they knew what was going on. They could, speak to her and investigate and determine if there's a criminal case there and pass it on to the law enforcement officials. So really just a great experience in helping someone in the community, and for us in our end, like the Ralph Waldo Emerson quote, living well and doing our part and helping connect with people and showing compassion and doing great services for our community and our clients. And just wanted to share that with you all and how we help people. And if you ever need help in your community, hopefully there's a program, a company out there like ours, and they can help you and your loved one if you need this similar type of service. And if you ever have questions, you can reach out to us and ask us if we can help locate a company similar to ours in your community. So if you found this information interesting or helpful, please feel free to share it on all of your social media channels. This could be with your family or friends or whoever you think might benefit from viewing the information. If you ever have a question you'd like for me to answer directly in one of our newsletters, go to our website, www.bakerdmm.com, scroll to the bottom, fill out your information, write a few sentences, and I'll try to answer that in one of our upcoming newsletters. If you ever like to get my help personally directly, the quickest and easiest way is to go to our website. At the top of the page, you'll find a request an appointment button, as well as our phone number. And if you scroll to the bottom, you have the option to book a direct phone consulting session. Just click on the PayPal button and enter your information. And with any of these options, I'll be in touch with you in 24 to 48 hours to confirm and schedule our appointment. And until then, I will talk to you all soon.